The underground hangar doors groaned open as the black transport van rolled back into Team Rocket headquarters beneath Viridian City. Smoke still clung to the vehicle. So did the smell of burned wiring and panic. Jessie stepped out first, carrying the secured case of stolen Pokeballs beneath one arm, while her Ekans remained wrapped around her shoulders like a warning sign. Behind her, two battered rocket grunts climbed from the van, arguing over who nearly got caught during the escape. And finally, James emerged calmly beside his floating coffin, brushing dust from his white gloves like they'd just returned from dinner instead of armed robbery. "I'd just like to point out," James announced proudly, "that my hair survived all of that magnificently." One grunt groaned. "You flooded an entire security wing with smog." James smiled. And yet, he adjusted his collar. "Magnificent." Jessie rolled her eyes and kept walking. Rocket personnel immediately surrounded the transport, unloading the stolen Pokémon containers while technicians verified the capture of the rare Nidoqueen. Whispers spread quickly through the compound. "She stole extra stock from the hatchery. Giovanni only ordered one target. Who takes 5 bonus captures during their first mission?" Jessie heard every word. She pretended not to care, but secretly, she liked it. Hours later, massive office doors opened at the top level of the Rocket compound. Giovanni stood beside the towering windows overlooking the underground city beneath him, hands folded behind his back while rain rolled softly against the glass. Persian rested near his desk with half-lidded eyes. Jessie entered first. James followed immediately after, unusually quiet for once. The doors sealed behind them. For several long seconds, Giovanni said nothing. Then, "You exceeded expectations." Jessie remained still. Giovanni turned slowly toward her. The Nidoqueen was the objective. His eyes shifted toward the stolen containment case beside his desk. "You secured 6 additional rare specimens." James smirked slightly. "Told you she was terrifying." Giovanni ignored the comment. "The hatchery losses alone will cripple the conservatory's breeding division for years." Jessie crossed her arms carefully. "You said this mission was about proving I belonged here." A slight smile touched Giovanni's expression. "And you proved more than loyalty." He stepped closer. "You showed initiative." Jessie noticed something dangerous in his tone now. Approval. Real approval. Giovanni glanced toward James. It was also reported that the mission would have failed without coughing disabling the surveillance grid. James straightened proudly. Coughing does have a flair for dramatic entrances. Coughing spun happily in place. One of the office monitors suddenly replayed security footage from the conservatory raid. Guards blinded by smog. Cameras failing. Jessie escaping through chaos with stolen Pokémon in hand. A perfect Team Rocket operation. Giovanni shut the footage off. "Most recruits survive missions through obedience," he said calmly. His eyes shifted between both of them. "You succeeded through instinct." The room grew quiet again. Then, Giovanni delivered the real reason they had been summoned. From this point forward, he stepped beside the office window overlooking the rocket facility. "You will work together." Jessie looked immediately toward James. James grinned. "Oh, this is going to be catastrophic." "You talk too much," Jessie muttered. "And you steal too much." James smiled wider. "We're going to get along beautifully." Giovanni watched them carefully in silence. For the first time in years, the underground crime lord saw something forming inside Team Rocket that he hadn't expected. Not soldiers, not recruits. Something far more dangerous. A partnership. And somewhere behind Giovanni's cold expression, the portrait of the purple-haired girl watched silently from the office wall.